The hidden metals running the modern world. Inside every smartphone, electric motor, and military drone are a few grams of rare earth metals with very unusual names: neodymium, dysprosium, yttrium. Without them, screens don't glow and magnets don't spin. One country, China, refines nearly 70% of that supply. So when tariffs, export controls, and sanctions domino across this market, global manufacturers panic, but crisis creates openings. Today, we'll unpack how this rare earths trade war unfolded and the practical ways smart businesses are turning tariff chaos into competitive profit, how the rare earth supply chain really works. Step 1. Mining and concentration. Rare earths aren't actually rare. They're just hard to extract economically. Major ores come from China, Australia, and the United States. Step 2. Separation and refining. China dominates here, handling roughly 4 times more refining capacity than the rest of the world combined. Step 3. Manufacturing magnets and components. Japan, South Korea, and the US transform refined materials into permanent magnets for EVs and electronics. Step 4. End product assembly and global trade. Those magnets re-enter supply chains embedded in batteries, motors, and consumer products that circle the world again. That loop makes rare earths the definition of strategic dependency, a loop policy makers want broken and businesses must manage. Tariff tit-for-tat and market distortion trade tensions have thrown this loop off balance. Tariff escalations. The US has imposed duties on Chinese magnets and components. China responded with export licensing on key refined oxides. National stockpiling. Governments hoard critical minerals, reducing market liquidity and spiking prices. Export restrictions. In 2025, China added gallium and germanium to a controlled list for security reasons, regulatory bottlenecks. Environmental approvals for mines outside China drag for years. Result? Uncertain supply, volatile prices, and companies racing to qualify new suppliers before their old ones go offline. Costs, inflation, and industrial risk. Every tariff layer eventually ripples down to consumers. An electric vehicle motor can contain about a kilogram of neodymium, and a 20% price increase per kilogram can add roughly $200 to the cost of a single car. For the electronics and defense industries, the issue isn't just higher prices, it's uncertainty. You can't build if you can't plan. Tariff chaos breeds inventory chaos, forcing multinationals to sink millions into buffer stocks that choke their cash flow. How to turn chaos into profit. Here's where the smart players are finding advantage. Tariff engineering shift assembly steps so final products fall under different HTS codes with lower duties. Refine in-house or in FTA countries where preferential rules apply. Supply chain diversification. Invest in new sources from Australia, Vietnam, and Canada. Higher mining costs today can mean supply security tomorrow. Free trade zones and duty deferral. Bring rare earth inputs into bonded warehouses or foreign trade zones to delay or avoid duties until goods are re-exported. Recycling and urban mining. Recover rare earth magnets from used motors and electronics, a domestic source no tariff can touch. Data-driven compliance and HS audit. Accurate classification and value declarations prevent penalty risk and unlock duty drawback claims. In turbulence, information becomes profit, and compliance is a business strategy, not just a safeguard. From trade war to trade strategy, rare earths may be at the center of a trade war, but they also forecast the future of global commerce, a future where supply chains need resilience, not just reach. Tariff chaos hurts the unprepared and helps the strategic. Those who map their materials, know their data, and play the long game will not just survive the rare earths conflict, they'll profit from it. If this episode helped you see how policy tension creates business opportunity, hit like so more trade professionals find it too. Subscribe to Ask the Customs Manager for upcoming deep dives into critical minerals strategy, tariff engineering, and supply chain resilience in a fractured world.